Good morning, everybody. Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and it is a new day. I think it's a Thursday at the time of recording. Had a wonderfully solid night's sleep, and it's actually chilly outside, you guys, which I'm very excited about. It's that time of year, which is great. Like most days, today feels like it's going to be pretty busy. We tried to go out and get the oil change and everything yesterday, and nobody could fit us in, so we scheduled an appointment for today. So we have to go back out into the cruel world and get our oil changed and everything. So, and also we're going to try to get the kiln running before then. So it's right to it this morning. What on earth is that cat doing? Oh, she's using the bathroom. Oh God, okay, I'll give you some privacy, cat. So she's feeling pretty rambunctious. So I guess she's gonna dig another hole right here by my peas that actually have some blooms on them. So that's pretty cool. This self-sowed from the peas that grew here in the spring. Great thing about I just got a bunch of sun and dust in my eyes, it seems. The great thing about coming out here when it's still a bit chilly is all of these harlequin beetles, harlequin bugs, which are basically just a super colorful variety of stink bug. Let me get this flipped around. All clustered up together for warmth. If you can see underneath the leaves up here. So I have a bucket of soapy water that I'm just going to be knocking them on into, because they suck on the fruits and stems and leaves of plants and pull all the moisture out, and it's just pretty rough on the plants. So I'm going to try to get them while I can. Really easy to drop them. They're kind of slippery little buggers, but I just pick them and plunk them into the bowl. I'd actually just picked off a few leaves. Whoop, like whoop. Like these leaves don't really hold on that well. Don't really feel like I'm getting a good angle of this, but I'm just picking them off one at a time, and they start to come down this vine, and so I just kind of, yeah, they start coming down that vine, so I just plunk them into the bowl. And they like to crawl around on the tops of the leaves, so I'll have to like kind of smush that back down. And if there's a bunch of them, like there is on this leaf, and some of them I just pluck up and chunk into the bucket. But if there's a bunch on a couple of leaves, I don't know if you're going to be able to see with it being backlit. So this might be a better angle for you guys, so you can see how they're all clustered on the bottom side of these leaves. And there's a lot of damage on here, and I mean a little bit of new growth coming off. But you can see they're very slow and lethargic. So we can just take them and start knocking them off into the bucket. Just submerge it. But these guys are a real problem in the garden. So we're trying to get a handle on them as organically as possible, and sometimes just a bucket of soapy water of death is the way to go about it. Oh, we got some climbing up the sides. Time to slosh it. It's been sitting out in the garden, so it's not as sudsy as it should be to be effective. I have one here on a stick, and Callie just chased off all the chickens, but the chickens just turned their nose up. I don't know if my chickens are just too well fed or what, but they just don't even pay attention to them. So that's why I'm here doing this, because the thing about the stink bugs is, well, they stink. These guys don't stink near as bad as squash bugs. Callie, you're just all about digging holes today, aren't you? You already dug a hole there. Oh, filthy kitty. Guys don't smell nearly as bad as squash bugs, but Actually, they don't smell, they hardly smell at all when compared, but I imagine they probably don't taste good. It's part of their defense mechanism, and that's why I guess they don't really have a whole lot of natural predators. Except for me coming through and hand picking them. So that's how I'm starting my day today. Came inside to a fresh brewed cup of coffee. But puppers are eating breakfast. It smells like one of the neighbors is making bacon. It smells good. We're all out of bacon though. Ooh, Randy opened up the kiln. Oh, those came out nice. You know, and what's more is I don't see any smudgy bits. Well, there's a little bit on that one. So I think it might be just a culprit from underfilling the molds. I don't know, we'll see. At lunchtime is 2 slices of toast, potatoes and onions, and 2 eggs and a turkey sausage patty. So, super beefy breakfast, yeah.
I'm having the same.
Yes, he's having the same, but with scrambled eggs. With are they good?
Yeah.
Good. So, we've got the kiln loaded. I would have vlogged more about it, but, well, we ended up having to reschedule our oil change and inspection for tomorrow. And so Randy just took all of his clothes off, and now I can't get vlog footage because he's running around in the house half naked. Don't glare at me.
I have jelly on all of my clothes.
He did. He spilled jelly on literally, it's even in his shoes. I don't even know how he did it, you guys. I'm not even mad, I'm just impressed. But, so the kiln's loaded. Do you want me to get you on camera?
No.
Well, that's close enough to naked then, isn't it? He got his underwear on, but he just running around the house like a half naked old man, and I love it. And I are having a shared lunch of tuna with mayo and shredded cheese and roasted garlic Triscuits. I feel like we desperately need to get some fresh fruit and vegetables into this house. I'm just, what was that look, baby?
I don't know what you're talking about. Something about all this water really makes me gotta pee.
Yep, me too, boss. The sun is like direct.
It's bright.
We went outside once. It was horrible.
It was awful.
Little bits and pieces of butterflies. You're supposed to wave. It's a beautiful day out here, you guys, out at Kellogg Lake. And I don't know if they're pumping or something, but there's some machinery going on in the background, but still a great view. I think Randy and I are going to walk around a bit, and I'm going to get some footage to share with you guys. Hopefully you can hear me. It doesn't.
You sure?
Yeah, but I can take still frames when we're in video. You don't look very happy. Are you getting eaten by mosquitoes?
I am.
Okay, this is really interesting. It seems like the tree on the inside of all these trees is a different variety. And I can't really tell. It's just looking at the bark textures. Those seem like two very different trees. And it looks like these outermost trees are maple. Yeah, you can see them some maple leaves. So this is a new addition. I don't exactly know where the geese are going to be laying their eggs anymore, because that's where all the geese made their nests, but we'll see. It's a beautiful lake though. We wanted tacos, like nacho belgrandes for dinner, but for it to actually taste good. So I went back and picked some tomatoes, and we're about to head out to the store to get the fixins, taco fixins. We came in here for taco stuff, and then I decided I wanted biscuits and gravy for the morning, and then we didn't know what kind of gravy, so we got 3 different kinds of gravy, and as well as the make it your self stuff. And we should not go shopping. Yeah, blue sapphire, sweet sapphire grapes are the best. We should not go shopping when we're hungry. We should know this by now. We're grown adults.
You want Cheetos in the shape of a skeleton?
We can get that?
Yeah, it's back there.
Oh, maybe. I'd rather have the golden Oreos that I think you're strategically driving by. It's spooky time for sure. One in a 9x13 pan is Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. It's 5 of them, kind of just where they cover up the bottom. Ingredient 2 is almost an entire bag of quesadilla melton cheese. Now, I know what you're thinking. That looks like a lot of cheese, and honestly, it is. But this is going to melt down seriously, and this is how I make enchilada bottom. It's not even enchilada because I'm not putting any enchilada sauce on it. It's just cheesy butt nachos. The next ingredient is Spanish style rice. And this is that microwave stuff, so it's super easy. Because part of the whole reason of wanting to do a fast food night is the convenience. And if I felt like being hunched over the stove all a ding-dong day, well, I wouldn't want Taco Bell now, would I? And part of the whole point of doing this is to thwart myself from craving the bell. Because it's just never as good as what it was in my memory. You know, like, I don't know if food just doesn't taste as good anymore or what, but I'm over it. Taco Bell, they have failed me. Next layer is whole kernel fire roasted corn. So we're just going to kind of shake that, and I've drained this, but I haven't rinsed it or anything. So I don't want to get rid of all that flavor that's just floating around in there. I always neglect the corners whenever I'm sprinkling stuff, so I'm trying to make sure that And good and corny up in the corners too. There we are. Now I'm kind of thinking I should have done the refried beans on the base layer. That way I could just smeared it directly on the tortillas, because that gives us a little bit more of like a solid base to spread them on. But I'm going to get this globbed out in reasonable portions, like trying to make it evenly distributed. And then we're going to pop this into the oven until the meat's done. So like 10 minutes maybe, because I want to get all this crap melting. And I could have heated all of these components, like all of these ingredients, separately in like the microwave. I'm still getting used to having a microwave that works, so I did microwave the rice, so that's good. But yeah, and see, if you try to smear it around, it just kind of picks it up. So I'm just going to kind of leave it be. There we are. And I am going to top it in. Well, I'm going to wait to do the cheese until we put the meat on there. So I'm going to pop this into the oven for about 10 minutes, and then we'll check on it. So actually, I lied to y'all. Our meat's just about done. I need to add in the taco seasoning mix, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the meat on top of it, top it with the rest of the cheese, and then pop it on into the oven, because I think the residual heat from the meat, meat heat, will, I'm so hungry, will help the rest of it get up to temperature. So I'm just mixing this on in. It's a cup and a half of water and a half cup of seasoning mix. And I'm just going to bring this up to a simmer and then dump it over everything in that pan. Okay, and this is 2 pounds of 96% lean, like extra lean ground beef. It's only 4% fat. Cooked in a wok, because that's the only skillet I had at the moment, but it also seems to work out pretty well. Now I'm just getting this kind of all smushed down, because after it comes out of the oven, we are going to be topping it with diced tomato, shredded lettuce, liquid cheese goo, and because that shit ain't real cheese, like, let's be real here. But I wanted the Taco Bell experience. This is the Nacho Von Grande. Sorry, I think I'm funny. I apologize. Oh, the cheese. Now this is the dummy thick cut that we get from King Cash Saver. And y'all, I cannot wait to eat this. And what's more is I'm gonna be eating this for the next day or two, because this is so much food. And I do think it's going to be higher quality than Taco Bell. I don't think that's a low bar though. Like that's not even something to be bragging about. Like, oh, this is so high quality. No, it's like, this is still junk food, but you know, I do have some taco like mild sauce from Taco Bell that I'm probably gonna put on it just to get that sad flavor. So this is going into the oven. Y'all, it is taco night and video games, and I've got to fight the cat off of my food. So this is the end of the vlog. Keep on keeping on, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Mwah.